All right, guys, gonna do this quick video right here, right now, because I just got news that YouTube has decided to remove the dislike button from the platform. This means that you will no longer be able to see how many dislikes a video has gotten. And their reason behind this is that they're saying that, we don't want people's feelings hurt, especially smaller content creators, people who are just trying to get started on YouTube. We want to make sure we protect them. At least that's their reasoning thus far. And that's a lie. Okay, it's a lie. As somebody who has been on YouTube for over a decade now, somebody who has gotten very well versed in the platform and somebody who uses the platform, I also have a premium membership on YouTube. I create content. I have multiple channels. Obviously, if you guys are fans of my 33 Secrets channel, I have a few 100,000 subscribers over there. And over here on the AlphaMaleSecrets channel, we have over 60,000. I will tell you the real reason that they are removing the dislike button from their platform is very, very simple. All right, and I'm just gonna let you figure this out for yourself. I'm gonna lead you along the way, okay? Because I have to be careful what I say here, because I am still on YouTube myself, and it's just part of the culture we're living in. But I will tell you right now, if you look on YouTube, what are the most highest disliked videos on the platform now? If you go throughout YouTube and you were to try to find the most disliked videos out there, what would they be? They will be, and this is no secret, videos that are produced by leftists, feminists, SJWs, woke videos, woke advertisements, the mainstream media, the mainstream news, basically the left, right? They tend to produce, I should say, videos that get massively disliked on the platform. Even YouTube itself, right? They have their own channel. Look at YouTube's own channel and the videos that they produce. They get massively disliked, right? It's basically people rejecting woke culture, people rejecting like forced diversity, forced multiculturalism, just the whole narrative that goes along with being a leftist, right? Right or wrong, right? Right or wrong, whatever side you're on. Okay? Whatever side you're on, right? And I've always made I've made it clear that I'm not left or right. I'm pretty much somewhere in the center. But regardless, you cannot ignore the facts that the majority of videos that get disliked on this platform are always produced by somebody who considers himself a leftist, or somebody who is towing that narrative, right? You look at the Gillette commercial from last year, right? The one that was attacking men, that got massive dislikes. If you look at any video produced by Biden, right, in the White House, massive dislikes. You look at any video produced by the mainstream media, whether it be CNN, MSNBC, anybody who's towing the woke narrative, massive dislikes. If you look at any videos produced by that covers Hollywood or celebrities, in their awards banquets and the Tony Awards and the Oscars, right, where they're going full woke on the stage and they're talking, they're like yelling expletives at Donald Trump, massive dislikes. So wouldn't it make sense if you run the platform to shut down the dislike button? That way you can control the narrative even more, because at the end of the day, that is, unfortunately what a lot of these platforms do. It's not just YouTube, but most of these platforms, I mean, they're pretty much run by leftists. So that is how they shut down the opposing side. That is how they shut down free speech. They just, they do things like this, right? They remove the dislike button so you can't see it, even at the expense of their viewers, right? Because I mean, let's get beyond all this for a second, all the wokeness of removing the dislike button. I mean, when you get on YouTube and you're looking for, just say you're looking for a tutorial video on how to fix your, fix your car, right? Maybe you might want to watch a tutorial on how to change out your stereo, or how to replace your water pump, or your or your tires, right? And you want to watch a video and you click on that video and you see that it has like 3,000 dislikes to only 100 likes. Are you going to watch that video? Are you going to trust that video? No, you're not. You're just going to move on to the next one. You're going to find a video that has a solid number of likes to a very low number of dislikes. And that is the video you're going to trust. So by removing the dislike button, you're really hurting the viewer experience, right? And that's really who supports YouTube, right? Are the viewers, right? Because you're watching the ads, you're buying memberships. As I said, I have a premium membership on YouTube. That way I don't have to watch ads, right? But you're supporting the platform because you're a viewer. So it's like, it's weird because, even with any company out there, including my own, I run it in a way that benefits our customers. Right? I'm not running it in a way that'll like push my narrative, whatever it might be. I'm running it in a way that supports the customer experience. And that is something that YouTube is not going to be doing, by removing the dislike button. You feel me? So that's my opinion on why they're actually removing it. I've seen other YouTubers cover this. And again, I feel like they're kind of dissecting it in a way where they're believing the press release that is being put out by the platform itself, saying that they're just trying to protect smaller creators so they can get their head start on the platform. And it's like, dude, if you're going to be on social media, if you're going to be on, YouTube especially, and you're creating content, you know what? You got to have thick skin. You got to toughen up. And, just removing the dislike button alone is not going to like foam pad the world for these new content creators so they don't get any criticism. You're going to get it, right? You're going to get criticism, especially if you even if you produce content that everybody likes, you're going to get one or two nutcases out there that will stalk you on social media, stalk your Instagram, send you death threats, right? Like I've gotten in the past. And that's just part of being out there, right? It's part of being, quasi a public figure, right? Especially if you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. You're going to get some criticism, son. And that's part of it, right? That's part of it. Whenever you put any of your work out there, it doesn't matter. You don't even have to be on social media. You could be a painter. You put your paintings out there. Some people like it, some people won't. Hey, it's life, right? But that is how you grow as a creator. Trust me, I've been on YouTube over 10 years. Did I like the criticism when I first started? No. Did it hurt my feelings when I first started? Yeah, it did a little bit. Fortunately, I've been doing pickup my whole life, so I'm used to dealing with adversity. I'm used to dealing with people taking, like little tests at me, trying to throw shade at me. I'm used to that. So when I got on the platform, I just wasn't that surprised. I was more surprised at the fact that people would hide behind like faceless profiles, which I'm still shocked by. I'm like, dude, if you have something to say, do it from your real profile, right? Don't be a pussy. Speaking of which, that is what YouTube should fix. If they want to fix anything, that is what they can fix. They can fix the fact that stop letting people form these anonymous profiles and make them attach a real profile to it, at least to some degree. Because on Instagram, at least to some degree, or other platforms, I'm just using IG as an example, most people attach it to their real profile and who they really are. They're not really creating like all these faceless accounts like they do on YouTube. Sure they do on Instagram, but not to the level they do on YouTube. So if they want to fix things, that is what they should actually do. And I've been championing that forever. I've been like, hey, whenever YouTube's like, what do you creators want? I'm like, hey, make people link to their real social media profile. That way you will eliminate all of like the bullying and the harassment you keep complaining about, that you think that removing this dislike button will magically do. You will automatically improve your platform and your viewer experience even more. All right? But by simply just removing the dislike button, it's so obvious. It's so obvious what's going on here. It's to really shut down the opposing voice, right? Because this is not helping the viewer experience. And I haven't heard of a single content creator yet who has said, yeah, this is a great idea. Remove the dislike button. That's awesome. No, I haven't heard a single one. Okay? I haven't heard a single one. And it's, as somebody who, practices realism and, is not living in fantasy world. I mean, even when I saw their reasons for why they're removing the dislike button, immediately I was like, really, dude? Really? Are you really trying to pass this off as that? I mean, it's so obvious. It's so obvious because I look at the most heavily disliked videos on the platform, and overwhelmingly 99.9%, if not 100%, are usually from leftists. And beyond that, they're usually, if it's beyond politics, okay, beyond politics, it's scam videos, right? Videos that are scammy, like Bitcoin scams or real estate scams or financial scams, or videos that just flat out suck, tutorials that flat out suck, videos that are stealing content from other platforms and trying to upload it as their own to try to get that YouTube ad revenue. There's a reason why we have that dislike feature. It's because once you click on that video and you see it has so many dislikes, you're not going to watch it any further. You're not going to waste another second of your time watching that video. You're just going to be like, I'm done with this. I'm moving on to the next. Especially if it's a scam video, you could see like, oh, this has 1,000 dislikes and only two likes, probably from the creator itself. You can see right then and there, like, okay, I'm not going to bother watching this. So by removing the dislike button, you're actually hurting your viewers. You're putting them more at risk. For what? So you could protect new, smaller content creators from criticism? It's like, dude, you shouldn't even be on the platform. You shouldn't be creating content if you can't take criticism, right? Again, it doesn't matter what kind of content you're producing. You're going to get bullied, you're going to get harassed, and you might even get death threats, right? Depending on how polarizing it is. On my videos, personally, I try to stick with the facts as much as possible. And I back it up with my own personal experiences being a pickup artist and dating coach for the last 3 decades, and what I've seen based on my own experiences, based on what I've seen women do themselves, and that's why I don't, like, sometimes I'm just baffled why people, usually it's like older women who attack me, and it's like, what do you want? I'm posing facts and my own personal experience as a active pickup artist, witnessing the female behavior for the last 3 decades. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to lie to you? No, I can't do that, right? But again, not to get too far off track, when it comes to the dislike button, that it has a function beyond just politics, right? Beyond just, political motivation. I mean, obviously, like we talked about, tutorials, scams, videos that just flat out suck. The second you click on it and you see that it has like tons and tons of dislikes, you're not going to watch it any further. You're not going to waste any more of your time. You're going to move on to a different video. And by doing that, you're telling YouTube and you're telling the creators of these sucky videos that, hey, your videos suck and nobody likes it, and you know what? You need to either improve those videos or stop creating content, right? You send a clear message by disliking it. And I get the same when, I don't have many these days, right? Most of my videos, I've said this before, I have like a 99.3% like to dislike ratio. Don't believe me? Go to any of my videos, right? It's that high. Sometimes it dips a little lower, but on average, it's about 99%. It's pretty good. And that motivates guys who are, producing like good content, right? Not just me, but other creators, to produce even more and to make sure we keep that level of consistency high. Whereas once you remove the dislike button, it really kind of kills your incentive to do that. It's like, okay, nobody's going to see this sucky, nobody's going to care anyway. I'm just going to throw out some sucky content. I'm not going to do that personally. I'm going to maintain my standards. But a lot of creators, it just kills your motivation. You're not encouraging good content creators to produce more content. You're encouraging bad content creators to produce more content. Right? So it doesn't make sense. Okay? You're not motivating good content creators. You're motivating bad content creators. Okay? People who produce content that other people don't like, that are clearly getting disliked. So as far as improving the user experience, you're not, right? You're making it worse, because now you're empowering bad content creators, right? And you're disempowering good content creators. So as far as the longevity of YouTube goes, I mean, you're hurting the brand long term. Okay, you're not helping your brand, you're hurting your brand, because you're not encouraging good behavior from people who produce, the bulk of your most liked content on the platform. Right? So it makes no sense to me why they would remove the dislike feature, because all you're going to do is propagate the bad guys and put the boot on the good guys, the guys who are creating content that most of your community is upvoting, liking. My personal thoughts are, and these are my personal thoughts of why YouTube is doing this, is because they see, and obviously all these platforms are pulling a certain narrative, right? They're trying to get people to toe a certain narrative. And once they see that the majority are not on board with that, and people are disliking it, and people are rejecting it, the easiest way to shut down that voice is just to remove that feature. That way you can't see it, right? Even if it hurts the viewer experience, even if it hurts their customer base. All right? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't think it's good long term for the brand. And I've always said, like, YouTube really needs a competitor fast, because right now they've got a monopoly on video, on a video sharing platform. They have a monopoly. There's not really a good competitor in sight. That's what happens when you don't have competitors and you become the monopoly, right? You don't have anybody to push back. Because imagine if YouTube had a competitor, almost like a McDonald's has a Burger King, right? If there was a Burger King out there who was like a video sharing platform that could give YouTube a run for its money and be like, oh, they're removing the dislike feature? Ha, we're going to keep it there. Guess what? People would flock to the other platform, wouldn't they? But when you don't have competition, you own the market. You own the market. It really just opens up the door for somebody else, a budding entrepreneur, to come along and just create a better platform, and we're still waiting for that. We're still waiting to see that. So anyway, guys, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about YouTube removing the dislike button on videos, and what you think their real reasoning for doing that is. Again, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not like saying like these are the actual reasons. This is what I see as somebody who is a realist, somebody who is, a bit of a hustler, somebody who's business savvy. This is what I see their motivations are behind this, because I have not seen a good reason from them that is credible for why they're removing that dislike button. I'm just looking at the videos that get the most dislikes, right? Again, mainstream media, the White House, right? Biden videos. I mean, you could see it for yourself. All these woke corporations posting their advertisements, basically everything on the left, everything woke, everything SJW, feminist videos, videos just pulling that narrative, have all massive, 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 massive dislike to like ratios. So it makes sense for them to pull that feature from the platform so that you can no longer see it. Doesn't mean that as a creator you can't see it, right? They're allowing that. Like as a creator, I could go into my YouTube studio and I could see people who dislike the video. So it doesn't make sense. They're contradicting themselves, like, oh, we're trying to protect smaller creators from getting butt hurt. And it's like, okay, but you can still see it in the YouTube studio, right? It's just not public. All right, it's just not public. And again, this kills motivation for people who are producing good content, right? When I produce good content and I have like a 99.3% like to dislike ratio, I'm proud of that. And I want other people who are coming to my channel for the first time to see that I have such a high like to dislike ratio, because, if they're haters or if they disagree with me, they'll at least watch it and go, okay, let me see what Matt has to say here. Maybe he has some good points. And I've had a lot of haters who came to my channel ready to hate on me, ready to just, totally, try to eviscerate me, watch my content because they saw that like to dislike ratio and said, let me give them a chance. And then they ended up becoming some of my biggest fans. Right? They became my biggest fans, bought all my programs, signed up for my boot camps, and, some have even become good friends. Would that have happened if they removed the dislike button? Probably not, right? No, because now you can't see. It's like, it's really contradictory, the fact that YouTube is saying that the reason is they're trying to protect the self-esteem of these newer content creators, smaller channels. No, because they could still see it in the YouTube studio, right? So that does not make sense. And I believe the reason I stated makes complete sense, because usually the left is about, you know, shutting down the opposing voices. They don't do it by debate. They don't do it by competing with you. No, they just shut you down, right? And I got to be careful what I say in this video, because, you know, they might use that against me, right? And again, I'm not left or right. I'm like pretty much in the center. I grew up in San Francisco, most liberal city in the world, right? Went to a super liberal university. So yeah, I mean, I have thoughts about both sides, but I'm not down with limiting people's free speech. I believe people should be able to speak, right? Anybody should be able to have a voice and speak, and I'm willing to have dialogue with anybody, even people on the left, right? Like hardcore leftists. Like, tell me why you think that, and why, you know, what was your upbringing like? I want to get to know. I want to listen, right? But just shutting them down and putting tape over their mouths is not listening. That's being dictatorial, right? That's like being a dictator, pretty much. So anyway, guys, drop your comments below, right? Let me know what you think of them removing this feature, whether you like it, whether you dislike it, if you think it's a bad idea, their real motives behind it. Share your comments below and let me know what you think. Let's keep the dialogue open. And as always, till next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my channel, because at least for now, it tells YouTube that you like my content, you're digging it, and you want me to produce more of it. So make sure you're subscribed as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of my content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program and becoming a premium subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel, which I'm hosting on a private platform. And that's just to protect my content in the event that one day I get shut down. You never know, right? So that is the best way to support my work. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium AlphaMaleSecrets content from me. So take advantage of it. And all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.